I wanted to start by asking you about breakfast. I know we all know that breakfast is so important, and I was wondering if you could recommend some easy, quick weekday breakfasts that can help the kids get a healthy start to their day.
That's a great question. And you know, one of the first things that I'm going to show you is how easy and quick it can be to get to the good stuff in the sun gold kiwi fruit. And all you're going to need to do is cut that in half, and then you could scoop it out and it's ready to enjoy. So whether it's part of breakfast or part of that lunch box, that's all you're going to have to do to start using it up. We all know about smoothies, and I love smoothies as a quick breakfast idea. I wanted to show you something a little bit different though, and it's called a smoothie bowl, which we're starting to see now a little bit more. And what I love about this is you can prep it ahead of time, which is going to save time during your busy weekday mornings. So all I put in here, that's important, right? When we're trying to get out the door.
Definitely.
So in the blender, I've got chia seed, 1 zest-free sun gold, banana, Greek yogurt, a little bit of OJ. You're going to puree that together. That's going to kind of be like a chia pudding for you that you can keep in the refrigerator for a few days. And then,
great.
Yeah. Always trying to look out for you, saving time, right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to top it with some more sun gold kiwi fruit on top. Now, nutrition-wise, we haven't gotten into that yet. You're going to get as much potassium as a medium banana and more vitamin C than an orange in 1 sun gold kiwi fruit. So it's a small package, but you get a lot of really great nutrition in there. So it's a real great addition to the breakfast. Once you get the chia pudding bottom and the kiwi fruit topping, then it's kind of more flexible for your tastes and preferences. But just to show you really quickly, you could add granola, you could add some nuts. Those are great ideas for toppings. I've got a little bit of a toasted coconut here, but it's really based on your family's preferences. And this is a beautiful bowl that you could make, that you could simply enjoy. And it looks like it was a lot of effort, but it's really not. So those are just a couple of my breakfast ideas for you.
Awesome. Those sound really fun and delicious also.
They are. And nutritious, don't forget.
Yes. After school, my kids are always starving. I know they have a short lunch period and they are busy all day long. What healthy foods would you recommend to kind of hold them over until dinner in a healthy way?
Great. So after school snacks, it could just be you have a bowl of kiwi fruit in the house and you cut those in half. If you're more on the go, you might pair that up with a high protein food. So something like cheese sticks or cottage cheese. You could do some taste testing with your kids and how they can taste diced up sun gold or green kiwi fruit in the cottage cheese, for example. Another thing that you could do.
Fun.
Yeah. And here's something else that you could do either after school or part of the lunchbox, which I'm sure we'll talk about, but is these pita pockets here, which, if it's an after school snack, I would maybe say do a half. And it's a whole wheat pita with slices of kiwi fruit, the lunch meat. And what I love about pita pockets is there's more room to get more veggies in there.
Oh, yeah. That sounds nice and easy to hold on the go.
Exactly. It is. It's super easy, and it's a great kind of energizing after-school snack. What you want to look for are things like fruits, vegetables, whole grain foods, and lean proteins. And so, that's kind of your focus if you're putting together your meals or your snacks. You at least kind of want to pair up, the sun gold kiwi fruit as the fruit portion, and then with something that's going to give protein, like, say, the Greek yogurt or cottage cheese or cheese sticks.
Awesome. With the start of fall, a lot of kids have fall sports starting up. Mm-hmm. And I was wondering, what kind of foods would you recommend to best help nutrition for student athletes?
So that's a great question. So part of what I focus on is sports nutrition as well. So I would love any opportunity to talk about that. What you want to know for all your active kiddos is that carbohydrate foods is like gasoline for the body. And zest-free kiwi fruit has a good source of carbohydrates. So it's natural sugars that's a source of carbohydrates that's going to give your kids quick energy. This means energy that they're going to easily digest and absorb, not to mention the vitamin C I mentioned earlier. That's great to support a healthy immune system. And when you're an active exerciser, you're exposed to more germs, and you also are likely to have a depletion of your immune system. So look for foods that are high in vitamin C, like the kiwi fruit, that will help out with that as well. And so that's the main thing that you're looking for from a sports performance standpoint, is what's going to provide carbohydrates. If it's after the sports and you're looking to do a little bit of recovery, you want something that also gives protein. So that smoothie bowl that I mentioned, offering that as a smoothie, which I would do 2 zest-free kiwi fruit with Greek yogurt in the blender, and that's a simple way to get a smoothie out the door.
Oh, that's a great idea. And my last question, you kind of touched on it briefly in the sports question, dealt with how to boost your immune system. With school comes a lot of more airborne germs, illnesses, kids sharing things, and all that kind of good stuff. What nutrients do you think are most vital for keeping your kids healthy and away from the cold and flu things going around this year?
That's a great question. And, when we have sick kids, it kind of like the domino effect where it disrupts the whole pattern. So we're doing everything we can, to try to, prevent, spreading and catching of colds. But it is, vitamin C is one of the key antioxidants that is very important in boosting immunity, as well as vitamins A and vitamin E. So for example, you might be able to get a little bit of both. We're going to get, more vitamin C than an orange has, which is what we typically think of in just one sun gold kiwi fruit. So very small, more vitamin C than an orange, as much potassium as a banana. And then for vitamin A, we might do something like carrots. So we might make a dip for our carrots that's Greek yogurt with a tablespoon of peanut butter stirred in. It's like a slightly sweet dip that goes great with things like carrots and celery. And then we'll get our vitamins C and vitamins A. And then for vitamin E, we can get nuts. So those are kind of a nice combination of foods that could go as part of any meal or snack. In fact, this black rice salad we haven't yet talked about, but I'm showing here is a simple side dish that's made with the kiwi fruit and black rice, has cashews in it. And so that's nice because those nuts are going to help to provide a vitamin E. The kiwi fruit is a beautiful pop of color, plus those nutrients I mentioned earlier. And the other thing that's important to regulate, especially when you're preventing illness or if the kids do get sick, is to help with digestion. And, when we digest our food is how we're absorbing all of our nutrients. And the sun gold kiwi fruit has a special enzyme called actinidin. It's naturally occurring. And this helps us digest our food so we can get all the nutrients and keep our energy levels up and help us to prevent illnesses.
Wow, that's so great. I rarely think about digestion with illness prevention, but it makes so much sense. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you for all these tips. I think that this is going to really help the readers at Clever Housewife, as well as help myself to keep our kids just healthy and happy and active and in school this year. Thank you so much for taking the time for us today.
Thank you for having me, and just be sure to put them in the cart. We've got a short window here for their season. It's typically June to October. So get them now and just include them in any of your favorite dishes.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Zespri, for putting this all together and helping us get this info.
Thank you.